Welcome to Albion War Reports, your source of live battle coverage featuring the top guilds and alliances of Albion Online. Today is November 21st, 2020, and I am the Shozen one, and I am joined by Robinhoodrs in the play-by-play and Bogul on the camera. We are currently watching Gupio Vishwa and the Raid, a new guild created just recently in the Ashes of Aggressor. So, Robin, what are we watching, and do we expect this to be the only action we watch today?
Well, we are currently watching a castle siege. It looks like Raid has claimed the castle for themselves. It is castle loot day today, as we are in on a Saturday. It's very unusual, but we are indeed here. And castle loot does pop at 1800, and whoever owns the castle can, get their hands inside that chest for that. It's not so bad loot, like 50-ish mil, depending if you get lucky with the T8 loot drops from the black market. But yeah, Raid, a new guild, only formed a couple days ago, and it seems they are already pulling decent numbers here. They are currently sitting on, I think, a level 30 debuff, and this is going to be their first showing here on AlbionTV. Hopefully they last a little bit longer than the other Spanish guild that formed up for season 11.
You mean Aggressor?
Yeah, we do mean Aggressor, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Xanti's just chilling at the front here. No actual focus fire being put out by TLI on these tanks here. I don't think TLI want to get... Well, they're not TLI anymore. They're TTP.
Yeah, they're a new alliance.
Yep, I just noticed that. Looks like an engagement on the front line, deleting some of those tanks of Glupio. One or two members do going down. Looks like the Cleric Cow is going to save quite a few. Nice stoppage there by Xanti using the Judicator helmet to stun all the advancing forces of TTP. Now the return comes in once again. The brimstone's raining down from the castle walls, and it's not going to pick off too many. Hammers are still hammering away on the doors here. I believe, are both sides being attacked, or is it just the east? There's a blob over to the west, yeah. Looks like Grovekeeper E does land on the front line once again for Glupio on the east. One or two getting knocked up. Hammers need to be careful here. Another member goes down for Glupio. Nice cam land on the eastern side. That beetle is almost dismounted as well. Permafrost. No, Damnation landing on the front line of Xanti. He needs to be careful here as Glupio come in for their engagement. Xanti's going to get some heals. He is silenced.
The west is fully engaged as well, Robin, so we do have a two-prong fight here as TTP is on both sides of the castle.
Alrighty. Oh, nice. Grovekeeper here onto the bomb squad, and the return comes down. Brimstone does land, taking down Arania PL. Nice plays back and forth for both sides at the moment. Looks like that healer there for Glupio has crashed, unfortunately, as he gets
never good.
Down.
Ugh. You need those healers in these ZVZ engagements. You don't have a ton of them.
No, you do not. Icicle landing on the front of the door there. Still, one hammer hammering away at this door on the eastern side.
That's going to take some time then.
It is. Another nice engagement. Perfect combos coming in. Protection, though, coming out just in time for Glupio, saving the front line as the Locusts rain down defensively. Now they're trying to go for an engagement of their own. Raid still holding on strong. Xanti's still just wandering around in the front line. Those healers over the wall doing work, keeping him alive here. So we can just, keep a forward eye on the eastern side.
And our boy Ziggy has decided to pull out a beetle today, right here in front of Zanny.
Yeah, we see him every now and then hop between a beetle or a Grovekeeper.
Mm-hmm.
He does work on both. Another nice Grovekeeper engagement on the eastern side, just stopping some of the advancing forces. Very back and forth fight. Normally we don't see this type of play on a castle, especially when you're holding defensive. We don't really see tanks coming out of the eastern door and applying this much pressure onto
they're doing a lot of pressure on the western side. We see a lot of raid coming out. So this is over and over again. They're taking a few trips out. We have D-Bon, a tank for raid, constantly coming out with his Grovekeeper and pushing away.
Yeah, it's nice to see that they're able to play on both sides of the castle. Both guilds pulling enough people to do so. Nice to see them slowly building up their forces. Xanti finally retreating back in.
Interestingly enough, the group on the western flank is the Fury, and they just mounted up, ran up the hill, demounted, and then ran back down the hill at the door. Maybe it was Fermentum going downhill towards the gates. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Probably not. No, I just
charging down the hill. I mean, that's not in Albion, but can you imagine if it was? Another engagement on the eastern side. Xanti going to get firewalled into the corner. Now he's starting to get focused. Does pop his resistance potion. Looks like finally Glupio have noticed that there's a tank walking around inside of them. Perfect Camland engagement. Permafrost does land. Another Camland hitting the engagement. There comes the Avalonian bow just pewing across the castle walls. 1 or 2 members going down for Glupio. That could have been so much more painful, but luckily enough, the big brimstones weren't able to connect in time. And Glupio able to hold on the eastern side for a couple more engages. They still have that one wild hammer.
Gonna need more hammers in this.
Yeah.
That's just not enough, guy.
Yeah. Xanti just chilling. I'm really surprised, like, the range DPS isn't applying more pressure on him. Like, they're not going to be doing anything else, and they can waste their Qs and Es, or Qs and Ws, shall I say. Don't waste your Ws. I mean your Es. Oh my god. What am I saying?
Yeah, don't waste your Qs. Don't waste your Qs, right, Robin?
No, don't waste your Es. God damn it. Finally, the fire are coming down and landing those little mini AoEs onto the doorway here. What time? Like TLI stacking up for their next engagement. They don't want to stack too much. They're going to get clumped here. All it takes is one Camland. Coming back for some heals for Xanti. Courtyard is also getting hit, by the way. 45% on the courtyard door. That may go down before. I still lock up protection from the enigmatic staff now on the front line. Grovekeeper does connect. Avalonian Hammer coming in. Permafrost coming in over the top. Brimstone's now raining down. But TLI or TTP are coming in for their re-engagement. Xanti's getting some heals. Foe defensives are down as the boys retreat back up into the castle. That was a very powerful engagement there. Looks like 1 or 2 members did indeed go down, but the heals for both sides were on point, along with the defensives. So many Judicator armors popped for the front line of Raid. And we're going to see them slowly hammering away.
To get the Castle Lord and everything?
So they don't have to... if someone doesn't loot the chest, it's for whoever owns the castle, can open the chest past 1800. It's not locked to a certain guild, but TDP coming in on the eastern side, they did break the door down, and they charged in trying to run over the top of Raid. They were able to stabilize quite a bit Raid and the return damage, deleting a lot of Glupio on the eastern side. This courtyard door is also about to go down, I believe, on 7%. It looks like the Raid groups are rotating from the west over to the east, considering that the door is down. Nice defensive or offensive Isocode coming down onto the choke point. Looks like Raid are going to go for a faux push on the eastern side. 1 or 2 tanks getting caught with the Grovekeeper, followed by the Camland. Brimstone's not able to connect as it's too far away. Finally, we see some DPS output, and that's going to be a deletion there onto the front line of TDP. And Pro Wakajaka also coming in onto the fight for Glupio Vishwa.
Oh, nice.
They come in.
Creating that Polish alliance we heard so much about.
Dante is dead. I'm going to have to get us a new, probably Koji.
Okay, we can go to Koji. I've been watching it from the TTP perspective, trying to find out where they're going through. They're still hammering on both sides. And as I say that, they're not. They're not on the west anymore. They just moved up and grouped over to the east.
Yeah, it looks like they're coming in for their next engagement on the east. And it's going to be a stoppage here by the Raid Alliance. Going to pick off quite a few members of the Cloffies actually getting picked off here. Demon Armor finally getting popped on the back line, reflecting some of that DPS. But Raid are actually able to fully push Glupio all the way back off the edge of the castle here. Maybe a full push outside. Maybe if healers want to heal up their tanks in the backline instead of combat looting, they may maybe carry on this push. Kogi going around all the way around, popping his boots. And looks like Glupio are in full retreat outside of the castle, maybe looking for a return on top of the hill. 1 or 2 members getting caught here by our Grove Keeper POV, shall I say, not POE. And maybe Glupio are trying to meet up with their squad on the west. Looks like Raid are in full push mode. There's a
Yeah, Raid is pushing hard, but where's the defense?
I mean, it looks like they may have overextended just a little bit. Glupio now looking for a return as Raid try and funnel in back in through the eastern door of the castle. They do have a command mammoth in play, popping that defensive aura onto the attacking forces of the front line. Our Grovekeeper lands just to get himself back into safety, it seems.
The Fury and Lucky Strike are rotating around now, and I think they were just scouted by Bulgaria. I don't know whose side Bulgaria is on or if they're going to show up in force at all, but we did see a scout just pop by.
Okay.
Might turn this into a 3-way.
Everyone loves a bit of a freeway action. Looks like the boys are once again holding East Little Door. Command Mammoth is fully in play here on the eastern side. Something that's been lacking, I believe it was focusing on the courtyard. As the courtyard door is still up. Nice counter onto the bomb squad here. Doesn't pick anyone off, but it's a nice stoppage. Now the Fury are coming in. Nice Grovekeeper E onto the front line of Raid. All the DPS landing. It looks like every single defensive I can imagine was popped in that one engagement. The return comes out.
Too,
nice
though. Oh my
land.
god, so much DPS dropping right now. This is insane. You're gonna need some defensives.
It just proves how strong some of these defensives, if played right, can save a whole entire
And
engagement.
here comes the Raid. They're pouring out the eastern gate right now.
Yep, full push on the eastern side. Nice Grovekeeper catch onto the retreating forces, but it looks like Glupio are coming in for their re-engagement. Raid may have overextended here on the tiniest choke point,
and
but
they're
the
going to get
are
crushed. Oh,
nice counter.
Like 3
Albion
down.
Online Hammer coming in. I believe their E should be up soon. They can.
Yeah,
they can
I just
counter
saw a
on
few
this.
drop from the Raid over here onto that clump, and it caused the guys from Glupio to fall back. Now they're gonna just wait again. The tanks are still forward. We have our Thurlus still up at the door alone for TTP.
Looks like the call though was for Rage Alliance to fall back to the second level of the castle here. I believe reinforcements are coming in for maybe TDP, that little blob coming in the southwest.
It is Raid.
Oh, Raid, okay.
Raid is getting about another 20 people. They're very, very spread out. Oh, and there's some TTP as well. So it's not just Raid. So this is a mixed group, everybody trying to get in the doors together.
Interesting.
Interesting chase situation going on over here, actually.
Be a very drawn out battle here for the castle loot today then.
Yeah, and I can't tell you which group has more. I want to say that Raid has more coming in, but only by a few. It's a very long line. As you can see, they're no longer even clumping.
Yep. Well, TDP's got some work to do if they want to actually push into the castle. They need to work on these inner doors now. They have East Courtyard and East Inner down. They're working on, it looks like, West Courtyard. They also have West Little Door down as well. So there seems like they're just giving themselves enough room to move around the castle at the lower level, so they can move around quite easily. For Wakajaka in the courtyard, as our Raid tank edges up, trying to get some vision on what's actually happening here.
Captain Ziggy very far forward on his beetle here, just sitting on top of D-Bon, the tank for Rage here. A Raid.
Yep, and looks like TDP are coming in on the eastern side. Our POV for the eastern side. Counter comes in. Grovekeeper does land. Permafrost connecting as well. There comes the PvP bows across the top of the castle. Nice deletion onto the advancing forces TDP. It could be a full push here if they really wanted to. There comes the Inamatic Step, giving the protection bubble on the front line of, who's that? Lucky Strike?
That's a lot of death for the TTP guys there. I think they lost 3 or 4.
Yep, and it looks like Raid are just going to peel back just to get those heals back up. Full reset for both sides, I believe. They need... I don't know, it looks like another nice pick onto the eastern side where the little door is. Another 4 members going down for TDP. Pro Wakajaka coming in with their little engagement from Courtyard, but it's not going to be anything. Like, Raid are showing that they know what they're doing when it comes to ZVZs. First time out and about, and so far so good for these boys. It's not like they're full of noob players. There's a lot of veterans inside this guild. So going into season 11, it's going to be quite interesting to see what they can do and who they ally with in the long term. It's like the fight is going to be rotating to the western side of the castle now. Pro Wakajaka still holding in Courtyard, it seems, as they fall back. Like Raid are getting a little bit antsy. They might want to start pushing. Reinforcements are building on the east little door as well for TDP.
Oh, we have some death over on the western side. Yep, on the second level here, we saw some Gupio go down as Raid did a nice little push protecting their gate on the western side.
Yeah, 1 or 2 members, just a little bit of a skirmish happening on the eastern side as well. Looks like TDP waiting for reinforcements maybe to set up their next level of attack. 4 minutes until the castle loot has spawned here. We got time. I'm surprised Raid hasn't been a little bit more aggressive.
No, they do seem to have a good push out here, but you know, you don't want to overextend when you have the defensive position. Whether or not you think you can take it, sometimes it's better to just hold the defensive position and whittle away your enemy. Let them go away on their own.
Yep, and obviously a newer guild wanting to secure that the income for the guild as well in terms of the castle loot as well. So maybe they're just waiting, able to pick up the loot, maybe have one person on the Ox log out in the Lord room, and then they'll full push outside of the castle. That could be a play. For Wakajaka's bomber coming in with the Pew 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 build. Does get shut down by Kogi. 1 or 2 members getting picked off on the western side. Looks like it's going to be a full engagement on the west. Finally, we see a little bit of action happening. It went from a really, really aggressive playstyle to a very, very passive playstyle. Like Glupio are pushing in on the western side. Who was our tank for the western side again? Sorry.
D-Ban.
Yep.
Roger. Hopping on to D-Ban then. It looks like this is where the action is going to be. Once again,
yeah, it's been going back and forth here for a while. Been getting a lot of kills from Raid onto Gupio. They've been very successful, actually. Very well defended.
Nice engagement there by Glupio. 1 or 2 members nearly going down on the western side for Raid.
No hammers over here that I've seen in a while, so... I don't know what this is, other than just an attempt to keep them spread out. And now...
Galaclap coming in for Pro Wakajaka.
Looks like Raid is coming out of the gate. We've got quite a few of them coming through here, and this could get messy for Pro Wakajaka.
Yeah, looks like Glupio are also holding the west little door as well. So it looks like Raid are going to be choosing to take control back of the lower level of the castle. Just focusing down on this tank here for Pro Wakajaka. It could be too painful. Perfect clock here. Damnation does land. The brimstone's hitting as well.
Bye, we're going to need
our
a new tank.
Does go down.
Yep. Check out Captain Ziggy. He's still here.
Alrighty. And on the eastern side as well, I just hopped onto Kugi. Looks like Pro Wakajaka tried engaging on the west or the eastern side, and he did a full stoppage there as well. Is Captain Ziggy on the...
He's still on the beetle. He's been hopping on and off of it as his role seems to keep changing. Now he's walking all the way away as he needs to reset his beetle after being completely surrounded at the western gate.
Alright, I'm going to stay on Kugi then. As it looked like
Probably for the best.
TTP tried pushing in on the eastern side. It did get shut down and they retreated back out the eastern door. Now it looks like the boys are once again resetting their health bars. Rotating west, it seems. Kogi on the move. No, they got told to go back east. Wonder how... Don't know. Interesting. We shall see. That east has got a really strong force, but it doesn't seem like they can bait out an engagement properly. West are doing fine. And can we find get us another tank for the west side, by the way?
Yubaka.
Thank you. Like east are indeed edging up as well. I'm gonna hop between the two here. Like east is going to be the next location for their engagement here. I just got the bug again, so Shozen quickly take over.
Give me a second. I'm heading over to Yubaka. And it does look like over here on the... What is this? This is in the center courtyard now, aren't they? They're pushing all the way through into Gupio. Yubaka going pretty deep, finding himself at the entrance to the castle, looking for backline players, going back up and going into the tanks and retreating back. I guess he didn't really find a target that he was looking for. Just kind of danced around in the backline and returned to his team.
Yeah, it looks like Glupio have chosen to take courtyard. May work out better in their favor. It gives them a bit more breathing room in terms of spreading out, so they're not heavily clumped coming through the doorways on the west and the east. This Yubaka coming in with a perfect engagement with his Avalonian Hammer. No follow-up damage, though. Actually, there it is, just off our screen. But the Galaclap does hit the attacking forces of Raid from Pro Wakajaka. Looks like our tanks are going to be looking for some heals here. 1 or 2 deaths in the courtyard as well. He does get the heals down finally. On top of that, Adjudicator armor as well. Nice clump onto the front line of Raid. No follow-up damage there by TDP. And now we see them going in for their next engagement. He zips back. Perfect engagement once again. That Avalonian Hammer able to clump up everybody inside of his AoE and stun them or launch them up into the air. But the return damage from Glupio are coming in. Our tank pops his Gigantify potion.
Was brutal.
But the front line doesn't fend off too well with that engagement.
No, I think a lot of Raid guys just died there. I think we just saw 4 guys die underneath the gate.
Seemed that way. Now the return coming in once again. It looked like the bomb squad actually did quite a bit of damage.
I see a couple of Gupio deaths over there when we weren't on screen. So it does look like 4 for 4 would be my guess. Maybe even a little bit more in favor of the Raid guys, because we still see a number of dead bodies from Gupio, taking a while to release.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a full retreat here by TDP, as Raid are now advancing outside of the castle. Maybe
that doesn't look like a retreat. That doesn't look like a retreat. Here comes Gupio with Captain Ziggy and a Mammoth behind him for support.
Wasn't a full engagement, not very impactful. Goes down. And now we're going to see the full engagement. Perfect engagement with the Avalonian Hammer once again. The Permafrost landing on the front line, but it's not going to be enough. Both sides doing what they can with their engagements, but it seems
2 more guys for the Raid to go down there. I didn't see anybody from Gupio or the TTP Alliance go down in that last engagement, so that's 2 more for them. Deep engagement by the guy from Provokakakadaka over there, May Zelgin, hanging out in the back line here, just having some fun. And here comes the engagement by Captain Ziggy. The Mammoth comes up, combo SD, following through. The DPS is here, but not able to engage in any significant form. And Raid does back out and is safe until they try to come out themselves. Ooh, look at that. A couple of guys from Gupio come down and die hard at the gate there. What is that, 3, 4?
Yeah, 4 or 5 actually with that one. Yubaka with the perfect Avalonian Hammer engagement. Just clumping up those Clothies and drag them into the little choke point for the DPS to engage onto. Avalonian Hammer seems to be working well, especially in these castle fights. Don't see it much in the open world at the moment. Obviously, these small choke points is where it favors well in ZVZ. Looks like a little bit of potion sharing is happening at the moment.
Sometimes you need to do that. You get into these deep fights and you run out of the essentials.
Yep. That's why I always tell people to always bring 10 potions instead of 3 or 5 or whatever. You might as well take 70k worth of potions and have it the whole fight. Looks like Glupio are retreating all the way back. Looks like this could be over.
Yeah, they are pulling back pretty far. This might be an attempt to get them out of the castle to re-engage them when they're a bit looser. But I don't see Glupio putting up any kind of fight here. I'm going to go check out Captain Ziggy, see where he's at.
Looks like it's a full run. All a raid
that's what it
are
looks
mounted. They may go for the Kamamamuth. I'll give us the name.
Red
the
David?
Kamamamuth. Yep.
Question, Robin. That chest isn't opened.
Yep, it's just chilling there.
Did they forget?
Nah, they probably want to go for the Kamamamuth if they want to get it. But I doubt they're going to be able to catch it.
I don't know. It's down to 2 bubbles left, and it's got a long way to go to get to safety. I mean, it will get through the next zone, but they have 2 ballista here. It's and a behemoth, so it could go down.
Yeah, it looks like everybody is on top of this. This could be the better play here. Obviously, Kamamamuth, what is like 80 million silver?
80 mil, yeah.
If it doesn't trash. Yeah, we shall see. One bar
bubble
health left.
Yep.
I'm surprised TDP haven't suicided into this group here to try and save it.
Well, there's a few who are dismounted and engaged here, but not enough to really slow it down. Captain Ziggy's doing the best he can on the beetle, but I think he's going to end up finding himself a sacrificial bug.
Yeah,
against
Red
the
David
windshield
does
of
zone
raid.
through. He was able to zone. No escape here. The only escape that he has really is that Avalonian Road.
And there goes Ziggy. He's demounted. He's down to his final bar of health here, and he's about to meet his maker. SBI. They hang out at the city.
Ooh, they got a tag on Red David. Here we go. The fire dots have been applied. 1 bar of health remaining. There is no way out for Red David as the swarm of raid comes swooping in, slowly burning down that health bar. There he goes,
done.
finally dismounted. Unless there's one final push here by TDP. Nice Avalonian
see
Hammer
enough of
dragging
them.
him back.
Well, here we go. Actually, here's Provocatia putting
Yep,
up some kind of defense here. Okay. Provocatia proving their worth to the Polish Alliance, and Red David is, so far, so good.
He does have Master Zen on his back, though, with a soul
I
side.
would turn and fight that.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Look at all those raid over the top. This is not going to be easy for him.
Oh,
This is going to be interesting.
oh, stunned.
Stunned once. Yep. Somebody needs to drop that firewall.
He's gonna.
There it is.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it
Defensive
is!
firewall.
Oh, and he went around it. Nicely done, Zen. Good use of the sprint.
Now let's just hope that he has a mount to switch over to in the next zone. And oh wait, there's a solo Avalonian Road, but it's it's taken already.
Oh, no. No. Red David, run.
He hasn't got.
Well,
anyone.
he's in a good spot here. You don't see any reds on his screen, and he
Yep.
took a dive off the road. That's probably for the
Solo
best. Now he's
dungeon.
going to go to one of these
Yeah, he's
solos.
fine.
Yep, he's good. Oh, he's just been scouted.
That was by TDP. It was fine.
Okay. Because I saw a red name.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
I believe so. Anyway,
Yeah, it was a red name. I don't have the
it
bug
may
yet.
have been read as because as he enters the dungeon, obviously you go off of him.
Okay.
From a viewing perspective, yeah, it's an ally. It's in there. I see him. He's fine.
He
It's a
hopes he's fine.
purple. Wow, what a interesting bit of content.
That was
for both sides.
an interesting bit of content. Let's see if we can't go find something else outside.
I humped on Yubaka, and it looks like it's going to be cleanup here, I believe. That blob to the south or raid? It is. Okay. Have they took the castle loot yet?
I am not there.
Nope, it's still here.
There's some fighting going on the outside of this territory. Just, I guess they're catching a few people who are stragglers behind from Gupio, going down at the end. Yep. Just a couple of dead guys. No big deal.
Eh.
Going over to Shale Heath, see if anybody picks up this fat loot. Just Robin here, just standing here. Robin, go invisible. What are you doing?
I mean, my chest now, right? Oh dear. Well, as the boys come back for their castle loot, I may see if they can send us a screenshot of the loot just to show the audience. Maybe some of the newer players are wondering what type of loot is actually found inside of these castles.
Okay.
That would be nice to be able to get it. Let me just ask someone real quick. Alrighty. Alright. Should be able to get a screenshot for everyone, just so they can see some of the
Oh,
loot
nice,
involved.
nice. Nicely done. Yeah, I'm going to keep looking around for more action. Hopefully we'll find just a little bit more for maybe the next 10 minutes or so.
Yeah.
So far, it doesn't look good.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be very, very quiet. The
it's
only
quiet.
major objectives, like we said, are, especially on the weekends, are going to be castle loot. So...
Interesting. We have quite a few people over here in Driving Confluence. What are they doing? It's Phone. And we just missed Phone take down somebody here. There's a giant pile of corpses over in Driving Confluence. Let's see. Do I have a name for you to come over to? No. No, I don't have
No?
any names.
Okay.
Noodle Boy.
Nu-
Not the way you think it's spelled.
All right. No, I'll wait for you to spell it out for us then.
Oh, that's Boodle Boy. It's supposed to be an N. Noodle Boy. Or Noddle Boy?
No, that's Noodle Boy. I think, yeah. Oh. Wait, is this the same place as yesterday when they had that friendly fight versus Clap? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it is. So maybe they were doing a little bit of friendly action. Who's that blob running northeast? That's Sun. Wait, did Sun just get wiped by Phone?
No, they were. They attacked the same group.
Oh.
I think it was Tagma.
Oh. Takers.
As I see a bunch of Tagma coming in and checking the corpses now.
Yeah, so was it final day of the season today?
Tomorrow is technically the final day.
Oh yeah, oh, 1 day remaining.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously the level 9 crystals.
They count. Yep, they do.
Yep. So we're probably gonna see some swings.
Yeah, it's very interesting at the top when you look at what's going on with Skoyatal and Hondel for the season rankings. We know Black Order easily secured first place on day sub 8. I believe it was a full week before the season began. They were declared the winners. Skoyatal's been fighting tooth and nail to pass out Hondel, and recently did that with the help of their entire alliance, dropping them all the castles and territories. I believe they have a crap ton of those at the moment. 12 territories and 11 castles currently. That is down from when I saw them earlier with castles. Apparently they've lost a few. But they are up quite a bit at 25,000 points ahead of Handel currently. Handel still my #1 guild of the season. Solo guild. Strong. Solo guild.
Strong.
Quite strong.
Yeah. So a little bit of update for the castle loot. Thanos messaged me saying the person that looted the chest didn't screenshot the actual loot inside, but he did show us some of the loot that he did get. The 461 tomes of insight are from the castle. Those 871 bags, I believe they're Boguls from the black market. They're also from the castle chest.
Jeez, Bogul. Providing all the loot for castles, are we?
I mean, Saturday and Sunday are good days.
Very good days.
Good day. Good day to be on the markets.
But yes, sadly, we didn't get the full screenshot, unfortunately. But yeah, it normally averages around like between 20 to 50 mil, or depending. Yeah, I think we can start wrapping it up here because I don't think we have any more action for the ZVZ show. We do have more action though on Albion TV.
Oh, we do. That is certain. We do have levels 5, 6, and 7 of the Crystal League coming up at 20:30. We'll be going live at about 20:15 to give you a little bit of pre-show, allow you guys to vote for who you watch in the level 5s. And we'll have some giveaways as well. And we'll even be back again tomorrow for those 8s and 9s, starting at 19 UTC.
Yeah, the big boys tomorrow. And those level 9s grant you access to the Crystal League Championship?
Mm-hmm.
That's happening next weekend.
Next weekend, yes. And you have 2 ways of getting in. You can win a level 8 twice. Like if your team wins 2 level 8s, of which there are a lot of contenders who are in the running for that, or you can win a level 9.
Yeah.
Both of those 2 are very hard. We've seen 2 teams come very, very close to securing 2 victories in the level 8s. However, they had 1 alternate on each of those teams. So while 4 players on each team have 2 level 8 tokens, you need 5 full players on each team with 2 tokens. And that didn't happen.
Is a big oof.
And I believe another team, I believe it was Noob Slayer's team, came within 24 points of winning their 2nd level 8 last month. So,
damn.
Yeah, that's close. We got some really good teams I'm looking forward to seeing tomorrow. But, you know, we could see June Esports come back today. Prove what they said in their interview, that they don't actually try to compete together for the whole season. They only really need to come back for the finals because they're that good. They don't need to practice to stay good. They believe that the competition that they're facing is so lesser than them that they could just come back in the final 2 days and win it all.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. It's going to be a very interesting weekend, especially for the 5v5s. But that's going to wrap it up here. If you want to catch some more ZVZ highlights, and maybe even if you can't stick around for the 5v5 action, it can all be found on our YouTube channel when the days go by, when I get around to uploading them. YouTube.com/AlbionTV for the ZVZ shows, the 5v5 action, the Crystal Tournament, Invasion Days, and some interviews. But mainly our interviews can be found elsewhere, can't they, Shozen?
Yeah, you can find all of our interviews on any podcast platform that you use just by typing in AlbionTV.com, or you can head right over to SoundCloud.com/AlbionTV and find almost 100 interviews from the last 3 years. So go over there, check them out, and enjoy some of the history of Albion and a little bit of lore.
Gotta love it.
Our players are the lore, right?
Yeah, that is the lore.
Mm-hmm. Way more entertaining than that Morgana lady.
Yeah.
I don't even know what she's doing here. I've never even seen her.
Imagine having a quest line through NPCs when you can have a quest line for your actual players.
Ooh, true. Yeah. You know, the players don't always say the same thing, and then I looked at my screen and it's a list of spam from one player saying the same thing over and over again. So not necessarily true.
It's
More
it's
scripted than a NPC.
Yeah. All right, we're out of here.
All right, have a good one, guys.
Yeah, see you guys
See ya.
in 2015.
Yeah, see you in a couple hours. Peace.